It's a strong possibility that we could be witnessing the end of Intel. Yes, I said it. It's a strong possibility that we could be witnessing the end of Intel, okay? Intel, as we know it, is a giant chip maker. That's how Intel built its name in the industry, okay? Intel was in almost every laptop, almost every computer. You would open it up, whether you're at Best Buy or you're looking at the specs of a computer, and you would see Intel processor, okay? That's how much leverage Intel had. But times have changed, and people, companies are starting to say that they don't need Intel anymore because Intel has been pricing their chips at an extremely high price. Okay, that's why a lot of those computers, especially laptops, are expensive because those chips are very expensive for a company like Apple, which we will get to a little later, if not this video, another video. Um, to get those chips and to put them in their computers so that the computer does what it's supposed to do at the speed that it's supposed to function at. Okay, so now what's going on is people are teaming up on Intel. Okay, the big companies are teaming up on Intel and they're saying enough is enough. We want to take you out of business. Okay, Apple has said they're going to start making their own chips. Okay, Apple has said, look, we're tired of your chip. It's not even that good after all. Okay, we can make a better one by ourselves. So Apple has started to make their own chips. Okay, that's the direction that Apple is going in. And Intel now is losing a lot of business. So what's going on is there's a chip shortage in the industry. Okay, there's a chip shortage, and this shortage affects so many sectors and so many industries, but especially the autos. Okay, it affects especially the autos because those chips, they go into like your windows, they go into monitoring the engine. Those chips give you a lot of information. Okay, there's sensors, or when you're reversing and you see the picture, that's those chips that are calculating all of those moves. Okay, so there's a big shortage in the industry right now. So what's happening is a lot of car companies like Ford, right, the great Ford, they're cutting down their production of cars because they cannot get enough chips. Okay, so the Fords, even the Teslas, which is an EV play, right? The electric vehicle company, which is the EV play, they're cutting down their production too because there's no chips. Okay, there's no chips. There's a chip shortage. All right, because the industry right now is shifting. Okay, everyone is dumping Intel and they're shifting. So who benefits from this? All right, that's the question. Who benefits from this? And I'm going to give you that answer. Okay, companies that benefit from this are, for instance, NVIDIA. Okay, have you heard of NVIDIA? I'm sure you have. If not, then NVIDIA is a big company, and it has the potential to be one of the biggest computer chip companies out there. Okay, if this deal with ARM goes through, which we will talk about in another video. But NVIDIA, okay, they benefit from this. So you can buy NVIDIA stock. There's also another one. It's called Applied Materials. Okay, this one is a quiet one, but it's been creeping up. It's been creeping up slowly. No one's been paying it that much attention, but Applied Materials is another company that will benefit from this because they're in that chip space. Okay, they make chips. So if there's a shortage and they make chips, that means what? Their business is going to probably increase. Okay, their business is probably going to increase because everybody wants what they supply. Okay, and that's the chip. So Applied Materials is another one that you should be looking at. I think that's a great stock to get into. It's going to keep on rising, okay, especially because of this shortage. Okay, it's going to benefit Nvidia. Like I said, that's another company that's going to benefit. There's a few more. There's Taiwan Semiconductor, okay, which is probably the number one. Like everyone knows Taiwan Semiconductor, and they're a big player in the space. Okay, they are an extremely big player in the space. Okay, and they just reported earnings. Okay, and the shortage did not even it didn't affect their earnings. Okay, so what that tells me is once they start really focusing on these chips, their earnings are going to go up. So don't be surprised if they announce great earnings on the next quarter, okay? At the end of the quarter, okay? Don't be surprised. Remember where you heard it first, right here on Search for Mo, okay? Please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. That helps me, and hit the like button and leave comments. That lets me know that you like what we're doing on this channel, okay? If you have questions about other companies or directions of different things, just leave them in the comments. I read the comments, okay? I read the comments and I will respond, all right? I will respond. So Nvidia is going to benefit. So get you some Nvidia stock, all right? Applied Materials is going to benefit. Okay, so that's another good company to look at. In Taiwan Semiconductor. Okay, that's another good company to look at. All right, so those are the companies I want you to focus on because this chip shortage is a real problem. Okay, Ford, everybody, Tesla, GM, they're cutting their car production because there's not enough chips. Okay, there's not enough chips. Okay, and this problem is going to last probably until 2022, the end of 2022. Okay, the end of 22. That's how big and that's how major the chip shortage is. Okay, so these companies that I told you are going to benefit, they're going to benefit for the next at least 2 years. Okay, because they're the ones in front of that space. Okay, they're the ones in front of that space, and they're the ones everyone is going to go to when they need their chips. Okay, that's who Ford is going to call. All right, that's who Tesla is going to call. That's who GM is going to call. That's who Volkswagen is going to call. Okay, that's who Chevy is going to call. All right, that's who they're going to call, the chip makers. All right, the chip makers, because the automakers need these chips. Okay, these chips, especially for these cars today. All right, these cars do so many things. These cars are computers. All right, these cars are computers, so they need these chips. All right, so focus on those companies, and we might be witnessing the end of Intel because Intel has been a bully in the space. Okay, and they thought that they were never gonna go down, and now it's happening. All right, so focus on the companies that I told you. Replay the video if you need to, but please subscribe to the channel. Okay, subscribe to the channel. Let's get the views up. Hit that like button. That lets YouTube's algorithm push my video out to more people that are trying to learn the same information as you. All right, so thank you for coming, and we will talk later. All right.